Hey guys, Bubfish here, and welcome back to another episode on the BunchaSquares SMP. I am super excited about today. It has been a little bit of a while since I've actually had a chance to get on and record, had a chance to get on and play. It has been about a week or so since episode 1, I think, came out. It's getting there, So, yeah, things have been a little bit crazy around here. All sorts of fun nerd stuff has been happening these past few weeks, or this past week really. 1.14, of course, which is a huge deal, and a new wave of Magic the Gathering cards has come out, and I went to a pre-release for the first time. That was amazing. Actually went with a couple of the people on the SMP, so I am on fire, and it's all on fire, and Zip Zop Zoobity Bop, we were all there, and that was a blast, and I won, and I beat I Am on Fire, not to brag, that was fun. But what else has happened? Yeah, Endgame is out, and I went and saw it in theaters. That was an amazing movie. I would definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't already. Yeah, so I have not really had the time to be playing much Minecraft. But I'm back now, and the first order of business for the day is going to be naming my horse. Now, if you look over here, you'll notice that the horse looks a little different than the last time. And that is because shortly after I was working last episode, I jumped on my horse and I went for an adventure, and yeah, I stepped in a puddle of water, my horse disengaged, and a creeper came in and blew it up. Absolutely killed it. So this is Junior. This is Junior. And we need a name for Junior. So I'm going to look at the comments section from my last episode, where I asked everybody to give names for the horse. Okay, so we had a couple of really nice suggestions. I think one of my personal favorites, I loved Horsey McHorseface from Benjamin, aka I Am on Fire. That's a great name. But I'm going to have to go with one from Nicky Noodle. Shout out Nicky Noodle, this is an excellent name. This is going to be Old Trapper. Oh, got my caps locks on. The horse's name is Old Trapper, but it's Old Trapper Jr. There we go. And I now have a brand new named horse named Old Trapper. Old Trapper Jr., welcome to the SMP. Now, of course, you know what this means. We have to have a question for this episode. What is our question? Well, it's pretty obvious. I told you what the question would be last episode. I need a name for my dog. This dog has actually helped me quite a bit over the past couple of days when I haven't been recording, when I've just jumped on for a few moments and immediately had skeletons drop on me from my ceiling. Yeah, this dog needs a good, loyal doggo name. So, go ahead and hit me up in the comments section down below with your best suggestion for what this dog's name should be. Things have been going fairly crazy, as you can tell, with the pillager raids, so, yeah, I've slain so many wandering pillaging groups that have just kind of showed up on my doorstep here. It's kind of funny, actually. I was not expecting them to be such a common occurrence, which is actually really cool. It adds a whole new piece of depth and dimension to your Minecraft survival worlds. I'm really a big fan of it. One of the downsides, though, is so far it has been incredibly easy. I don't think I've even come close to dying, except for the first episode there, when it was the first time I've done it. But yeah, the closest I've come to dying in any one of these is when I've accidentally smacked an iron golem, and he sent me halfway to the moon. But he got over it, he forgave me, and now we've kind of got this issue where we have so many banners and not a whole lot to show for it because they don't really, a lot of these mobs don't really drop a whole lot. So, what I have done is, and I thought I'd done this originally, but the world apparently didn't update the first time through, but right now we are on normal difficulty. And it had it on easy, and I never planned for it to be on easy, so I don't know what's going on there. Still got the glitch where animals will drop cooked meat no matter what you do, so I don't really know what that is. I'm guessing it's an issue with one of the data packs, maybe? Or it might actually be a bug in-game. It's definitely not something that is intentionally added, so... Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I think I want to go and check out the spawn area because I hear a couple of shops have opened. And I also want to talk about what I want to do with that main spawn shopping area, because I have some inspiration. So here I am watching the sunrise over spawn, and yeah, this is always kind of, it's always kind of nice to go back to spawn just to see what's popping up. But over here we can see, I think there was supposed to be an animal in this pen, or maybe it's just temporary holding for horses. Over here we have Rail World, which is Twilight Corporation. Okay, so this is Fox's business. Interesting. It's kind of an odd little build, kind of an interesting one. You got normal rails, 16 for a diamond. 16 for a diamond. Okay, that is. I know iron's a little more expensive right now, but that is a little steep. That is a little steep. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. And over here we have Hits Are Us. Okay, I don't know who this is. Barrel of Payments. Put your sign, a sign with your name, date, who you want hit. Okay. 5 diamonds per hit. Man, somebody is short selling themselves. Wow. Okay. Done in a week or your money back guaranteed. Interesting. Okay, so we have a Hitman shop, I guess. That's kind of funny. Okay, so, and then it looks like somebody has a reserved space over there. So here's my idea with the new shopping area in this new world. So we have this really cool river right in the middle of things, kind of like last season actually, which is kind of neat. But I figured we want to do something a little bit different this time around. Now, I have a bit of an idea, and I've tossed this out to the other squares at this point, and a few of them have seemed like they might be on board for it, so I might start doing something with it. It might mean that these shops need to be rebuilt at some point, either somewhere else or inside this new area. But what I'm thinking is having sort of a Venice-style or Dishonored-style canal going through here. Like, I'm like choking the river off a little bit here and giving it a bit more, sharper angles, and maybe filling it in slightly. And I don't know what I'd put on the bottom, if it'd be clay or if it'd be gravel or if it'd just be stone, maybe. And then building up some cobblestone and mossy cobblestone and different stones, sort of making a wall a couple of blocks high in the water here. So you're boating through, you can't just kind of like jump out of the boat and go up, but there'd be a couple of docks where you can get out and go up to the street level. And the street level would be about maybe 3 or 4 blocks up from here. And there would be a street running along both sides of the river. And past the road, there would be some taller style house building things. They'd be shops. Everybody'd be able to house their shops inside of these builds. But it would just kind of give this a bit of a skyline, give it a little bit more of a cohesive design standpoint to kind of jump off from. I think that would look really cool. And if you're imagining or trying to imagine what I'm thinking of generally, if you've ever seen Grian's old Evo SMP stuff, oh, I just broke that, whoops, then you'll kind of have an idea of what I'm thinking of. It's sort of these tall, brick and sandstone buildings that look really cool, like they belong in an old-timey city. So I'm thinking something like that, and something like that kind of crossed with, Dishonored or a couple of different things here. So anyhow, that's one of the ideas. Let me know what you think about that down in the comment section below. I'm going to jump into actually doing stuff this episode and not just bouncing around spawn like a maniac. We have projects to start and complete. One quick thing before I get down to my mining session. I actually did get the Podzol after last episode. I realized when I was editing it down that after all of that effort I'd gone through to get to the Podzol and to make this so I could make more mushrooms happen, so I could do Russian Stewlette, I completely failed to actually make the Podzol in the episode. So here it is. I'll be using this patch in the future to make more mushies. But anyhow, guys, I'm going to go down to the mines, and I will catch you in just a moment. So right now, I'm basically just gathering some resources up. Let's see if we got anything. It's just 3. Fortune 3, you are a liar. I figured I'd be getting at least 4 or 5 diamonds from that. Okay, well, cool. But yes, I am collecting some resources here just to kind of make things a little bit easier on us as we go down the line. And I've already got another stack of iron ore. I've been having pretty good luck with iron, actually, in this new world that we live in. I've also had some good luck with caves, which is always good. Alright, well, I have organized a ton of blocks that I want to be using in this project. And I think I'm going to actually just give it a start today and see where it goes from here. Yeah, this should be cool. I'm actually really excited to see what happens. I have a couple of ideas for just like little details that I could throw in here and there, but I want to start making a mock-up of this and seeing where it goes. So, let me just pull in here and sleep real quick, and then we can kick this off. Alright, so I have a bit of a start on this wall that I was planning on building here, and I think it looks pretty good. It looks much better from this side. Yeah, okay. So that's kind of the idea for what the water side of this is going to look like. I like that. I actually like that quite a bit. And the wall's going to be going up to the top of the birch, or maybe a bit higher, and then the roadway is going to be behind that. Yeah. And the businesses shall be on either side. There's going to be at least a couple of bridges going over this area, I think, and that should look pretty nice. Okay, so I'm going to keep going on this, and I will come back to you when I have more progress done. So I'm in the middle of building this stuff, and these guys just rolled up and started bugging me. Jeez. Okay. Cool. So now I've got that effect again. That's always great. And of course there's a village right over that hill, so I'm going to have to watch out for that and not go over there for a while. Okay, I have once again taken a little bit of a break from building this wall area because we have a bit of a guest who is dragging his llamas across the fire and knocking me into water because I'm so excited to see him. It's the Wandering Trader. This guy is really cool. I did not know that they could sell gunpowder. That is really useful, really cool, especially late game. Once everybody starts getting elytra and fireworks, that is going to be a huge help. So that is cool. I'm just going to kind of leave him here right now because I don't really have any emeralds on me, and I'm not going to go and get any right now. I don't think there's anything that I'm super excited to get, although, how much is that coral worth? That's mighty expensive. And I don't think there's any way of unlocking trades through him that gives you emeralds back. So I'm just going to leave that right now, but that is super cool. Alright, so I've mostly laid out where I want this to be, at least to start, and it's looking pretty good. It's definitely going to cut the river off a little bit, which is nice. That's kind of anticipated, and that's kind of partially it's going to be easier to deal with when it is. But yeah, so it's kind of just going to be this central channel. I'm thinking that right here is going to kind of be the walkway up to the road level, and maybe a couple of alleyways between the different buildings as things get going. Yeah, I'm not sure if my explanations are making a whole lot of sense for this, but I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. Let's keep going. Okay, so I surfaced, and then these guys, they've just rolled up to the plate, which kind of sucks. Yeah, now I need to go and fight more of these guys. That's lovely. Okay, divide and conquer. I wish they dropped something more than just crossbows, so there was some real reason to deal with them most of the time. Because most of the time I'm not too excited about pillagers rolling up. Come on, get out of here. Get gone. Thank you. Okay, well, I've got another banner. Yet again. I think I'm running out of interest in getting these banners, I'll be honest. That is a lot of banners that I have already. And it's barely... Well, this is... Let me see how long I've been playing in this world now. Okay, I've already been playing on this world for 0.83 days. Which, it does not feel like that. It does not feel like that at all. Alright, so the underwater portions of this wall are mostly complete, and they are looking actually really cool. I'm really pleased with that. I want to go a little bit further with it on this end, but I'm not sure exactly how far I'm going to have spawn extend. Maybe to the front of this shop? I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm going to try now. I want to try and see what the ground looks like if I replace it with something. I'm thinking I kind of want to have sort of like a brown, mucky feeling on the bottom of it, and I've grabbed some granite because I think underwater that'll look good, but we'll have to see. I'm gonna grab some slabs and some stairs and some other things here, and we'll see if that actually works out. Okay, so I think I've got a good start on this here. It's a little slow and a little frustrating to be doing this underwater stuff without potions or turtle helmet or something. I'd probably gladly buy one off of somebody if there was a turtle helmet shop around, and I really haven't had the time to start with Shell Corp lately, of course. But yeah, this is what I want to do, something like this throughout the entire trench. So just as it's more uniform and more interesting to look at as you're going over the top. And of course, probably adding in coral and dead coral and seagrass later. But I think that's a good start. I'm going to use the last of the granite that I have here real quick. And yeah, then I will be moving on to actually trying to make one of the platforms and the roadways, and we'll see how that looks. I actually think it's really cool that you can just see the pillagers wandering by and you can choose to engage, or you can just kind of let them wander. Although I think they do eventually try to get to you. Maybe? I guess I don't know, because they normally tend to walk right by me or right to me, which is a little disconcerting and can be a little annoying if you don't have if you aren't ready for them, or if you're in the middle of a project and all of a sudden you're getting shot in the middle of the day. Okay, so I have made a bit of progress with this wall here. And I'm not quite certain how high to go with this. I think this is about the height that I want from the water, because that's going to look nice, and it's going to be nice for bridges to be going over, etc., etc. But I'm just not sure what to do with this wood. Should I bring up the wood another slab, do you think? Oh, not another slab, but another block. I think I might bring the wood up another block and the edge of the wall up another half slab across the board here, just to give it a little bit of protection on this side. So on this side, I think the idea is I'm going to have maybe some gardens? I don't know, maybe some flowers or something, as well as entry points to other bridges. Then past that is going to be... Oh, no. Maybe I want the road, like, right up to here. I think I might want the road... yeah, I'm going to put the half slabs here. And then I'm going to bring up the wood a block. That should look good. And then right past here should be the roadway. And maybe a sidewalk in between the roadway and the wall. And then past the roadway, that is where we're going to have little planters and flowers and bushes and everything. And then past the flowers and planters and bushes, we will have the entrances to the shop and shops, that is. And that should get looking pretty good pretty quickly. But I think this... I've spent a lot more time on this than I thought I had, so this might be all I have time for today. Let me know what you think of this new project that we are undertaking here at Spawn. And tell me what you think. Is this going to look good? Is the granite going to look good underwater? I think it kind of does. I love the way this wall is turning out. Let me know if you have any ideas for how I should lay out this area behind me as far as shops and everything. I want everybody to have places where they can have their shops, etc., etc. But, yeah, anyhow, guys, this has been this time, that will be that time, and I have just run out of time, so I will see you next time. Bye!